She glanced ostentatiously at the watch on her wrist. "You've been out here for nearly 3/4 of an hour." "I know that too." "Nina's got a plane to catch." She cast me an amused smile that said, "Men." I looked away guiltily. "I know." "It's all right," I said. "I've done most of the packing for me and Jackson, and Charlie promised she'd be ready by the time I was back." Rick's head disappeared beneath the bonnet again. There was the sound of several sharp taps and a mumbled curse. It might have seemed funny, but he was so obviously not finding it funny that I bit my lip to forestall even the tiniest hint of a smile. I pulled off my gloves to pick up my coffee mug and wrapped my fingers round it, grateful for the warmth, the curl of steam that licked at my cold face. "Christmas in the sunshine instead of this endless cold grey drizzle," said Karen, and pulled her jacket more closely round her, shivering exaggeratedly. "What time does your plane go?" "Not until just before 6. I'm picking Christian up on the way to Heathrow." I said it casually, but felt a small prickle of nervous happiness in my chest. Christian and I had been friends for nearly 18 years, lovers for just a few months, and now, for 2 weeks, the 4 of us would all be together in the Florida Keys. We would be the family unit I'd thought had been smashed to pieces, going on trips, making plans, collecting shared stories that we could tell and retell later, even eating breakfast together. Except Charlie never ate breakfast. She acted as though toast was immoral. I hoped she would behave herself. "I think Christmas should be cancelled," Karen was saying. "Eamon has a kind of ideological objection to it anyway, and is always trying to make us celebrate the winter solstice instead. Stand around a bonfire at midnight like witches. Rick tries to make us play board games and charades and wink murder, even though you can't play wink murder with just 3 people, and she raised her eyebrows at me, I'm the one who drinks too much and burns the turkey." Rick came round to the driver's door, leaned in and turned the key in the ignition. "Right," he said determinedly. There was a hasty splutter, then silence. "You hope you're picking up Christian," said Karen, who seemed almost pleased. Rick pulled a face that was a caricature of confusion, anxiety, and distress. This was what he did in life. He helped people. He fixed things. He was unflappably, charmingly capable. People turned to him, just as I had this morning. "At least you've solved the rattle," said Karen gaily, and gave a small explosive snort. "What?" said Rick, with a glance at her that she pretended not to see. "The car won't rattle if you can't switch it on." His face went a scary shade of crimson. He looked at his watch, and I cast a surreptitious glance to it as well. "Shall we just call the garage?" I suggested. "Or the AA? I'm a member." "Well," began Rick, "it might just be—" "Don't be ridiculous," said Karen. "You've got nothing on today. Have you just working on your boat? Though God knows why you want to work on your boat on a day like this, and it's the first day of your holiday. You can't just take Nina's car apart and leave it like that. She's got to get to the—" "I know. How old is this car, anyway?" Rick stared at the rusty little rover as if it was one of his more hopeless pupils. "About 10 years," I said. "It was already quite old when I got it." Rick gave a grunt, as if the car's age was to blame for the situation. "Can't you work backwards?" said Karen. "At least you could get it back to the way it was when Nina drove it here." "What do you think I'm doing?" Rick asked.